All right, guys, so today we're not actually talking about headphones, but we are talking about something that is geared towards headphones. This is the Fiio M9, and if you were familiar with Fiio at all, they basically make like DAC amps and portable amps for your headphones. Used to be where you would plug them in kind of as the mediator between your phone and your headphones. Well, this is a digital audio player that basically has everything in here, so you don't actually have to have an external amp. It's built into the player itself. So the first thing you're probably wondering is, well, if I have a cell phone and I have Bluetooth headphones, why do I need something like this? Well, you don't necessarily need something like this, but if you are really, really serious about your audio and you want the best possible sound that you can get out of them, that's where this comes in. It eliminates needing the phone, but you can still use Bluetooth and you can use wired. Now, I promise you this is not a review. This is just not a normal type of device that I would review. So I'm gonna leave out all the detailed specs and stuff like that a lot of real true audiophiles are going to look for or pick apart. This video is more for a casual audio listener that really just wants more out of their audio. Somebody that doesn't know all of the terms and stuff like that, but just wants to know, okay, my phone is not giving me the best audio I think that I can possibly get. How do I fix that? And that is where the Fiio M9 comes in. Yes, I know it looks like an MP3, just a portable player. Technically, that's what it is, but it is doing so much more than that. Fiio found a way. Now, they've made these before, but this is more of a newer, revamped version that's giving you touchscreen controls. It's got an aluminum body. It's like really well built, and it comes with a silicone case already. So you already have a case to keep this thing protected. It is built for portability, but it is built to give you way more out of your audio than what your phone and other devices are going to do. It is HiRes audio certified, and it plays every Bluetooth format you could possibly think of. So like with the Marshall Monitor headphones, these are capable of playing Qualcomm aptX HD. And so the Fiio M9 is capable of pushing that to that device in a much better way than what other phones like the Pixel 3 XL. It's capable of playing all the Bluetooth audio formats as well, but it doesn't play it in the same way that this thing can play it. So first off, let's kind of take a quick look at the Fiio M9 so you kind of get an idea of what the look of it is, the feel of it is. It's very small. It really is about the size of your hand. It's a little smaller than that. Definitely smaller than most of the modern day cell phones. The top and the right hand side is just straight clean. There's no buttons. On the bottom, it's USB-C. That's for charging. But the Fiio M9 is also a USB DAC amp. So if you want to plug your PC or your laptop and run your audio through this, you can. So it will boost your computer's sound as well. Now you can also run audio to it and then send a Bluetooth signal to your headphones. So you can even get boosted Bluetooth sound to your device as well. Now, the one thing I do want to point out is using the USB-C connection. If you're going to be watching movies or a lot of YouTube, I noticed there is a slight lag. It's not anything, like a huge gap, but for people that are real picky about having the audio line up just right with the vocals, that might be something you want to know. So if you're going to watch movies and plan on using this thing, I wouldn't use it for that. This device is strictly for music and not really anything else. Now, also next to the USB-C connection on the bottom is a 2.5mm and a 3.5mm jack. Basically an output so you can plug your headphones into it. Around the edge of it, you have a micro SD card slot. Now, that is definitely important because this thing only has 2 gigs of storage built in. So anybody with a music collection, that's just not gonna work. Especially if you use a music collection. Now, this is capable of running Spotify and Amazon Music. They don't come preloaded on there, so you do have to look online to see how to sideload those apps. It's really simple. Anybody can do it. And that's how I mainly use it. I mainly used it for Spotify, even though I went out and I had FLAC files for Queen and Eminem and a bunch of different genres that I loaded onto here so that I can hear how it's handling files on it itself, because then I used Fiio's music app and it gave me more control and EQ settings over the music. that, you know, with Spotify that you don't get. Even though just using Spotify, the volume level, the clarity, and the push in the mids and the vocals with the high end, it makes a huge difference over everything else that I've used. And then you have a volume wheel that is one of the most satisfying sounds to sit there and just click. It clicks as you turn it. I could sit there and just do that for a long time. That doesn't mean anything to anybody else, but it's really cool to sit there and listen to it. So you're probably wondering who this thing is for. You can be a diehard music fan that likes to pick apart every little sound, and this would be beneficial. And then you could just be somebody that just wants more out of your music, and it'll also do that as well. Now again, if you're an audiophile, you can sit there and play with all kind of settings and just get things just right. So in a time where we are all kind of gearing towards using our phones for everything. It's our cameras now, it's our audio players, it's our media storage, like everything you possibly want your phone can do, but it doesn't mean that it does it the best. And so when you want more out of your audio, that's where this comes in, and I've enjoyed the hell out of using this thing. It has done wonders for my music collection, and again, I still use Spotify. I don't have to go download a bunch of lossless files to be able to really enjoy music. You can still do it just off Spotify and off Amazon Music and things that you're using already. So does this thing have weaknesses? Yes, the battery life on this thing could be a lot better. It's only going to give you 10 hours of use. But if you're somebody that doesn't use it often, it does have 45 days of standby time. So if you throw it in a bag and you forget about it for a couple of weeks and then you pick it up, chances are it's still going to have some battery life. So that is a plus. But if you're somebody that listens to music heavily, know that you're going to have to charge this thing every day or every 2 days. And it's another thing to charge. So that in itself is inconvenient. Now, you can't use this as a media player device as far as movies and Netflix and TV shows and anything like that. But the Fiio M9 really is an audio device first and an audio device only. That's all it focuses on. But everything that it does really well. And like I said, as far as sound, if you're looking for something to just give you a huge boost in bass, that's the one thing I would also say that this is not doing. But if you just want better levels, better volume levels, better clarity, better mid-range, something that can kind of open up your sound a little bit, that's where this thing excels. So I think personally for $300, especially when people are spending $300+ for headphones, it's worth also investing so that the $300 and something pair of headphones you get, you're getting more out of it as well. Now, if you're also somebody that likes to have higher end headphones that have higher impedance levels that just take more to push them, more to drive them, that's also where the Fiio M9 comes in, because most high-end audiophile style headphones aren't going to work well on your phone. It'll be very, very quiet. In fact, most of the time you will feel like it's not even plugged in right. So as great as the Pixel 3 XL is, and as great as it is as far as playing all the different Bluetooth audio formats, it just doesn't come close to having something like this. So again, like I said, this isn't a review of the Fiio M9. This is just a device that I think is incredible. And I think as much as I enjoy music, I know a lot of you guys do too, this is something I just highly recommend. So guys, that is my which I'm not even going to call it a review of the Fiio M9. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you guys so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, guys, make sure to stay tuned for more.